that's one thing that happens, you know. Sometimes it's difficult to sit up here, you know, because people want to hear words. You know? But the further you go, the less you want to talk. Really, the less you want to talk. And I think that's why, you know, what happened with Ramana, the best teaching is the silence, you know, because words are never it. And so it's difficult, you know, and it's recognized here that words are not it, you know, and words are not going to get you there, you know, but then again, you have to give some words in order to give pointings, but there's only so much you can do in that avenue. Because it's not about gaining insights and stuff. That's, you know, while insights are wonderful, and we get a lot of insights along the way that seem earth-shattering, but we don't want you to stop at insights, you know, unless you're dabbling, you know, and a lot of people like to dabble, and that's fine too. But, yeah, that's the truth of the matter. The further you go, once everything has fallen away, maybe the first year, there's excitement about it, you know, and there's more words about the experience of what it is. But then, like, you have your normal consciousness, what you're in now. For here, this is, you know, this is the normal consciousness. Okay? And so one doesn't think about it. There's no thought about it. Well, there's no thought, you know. So of course there's no thought about it. And so, you know, every once in a while, again, there's that recognition of just how magical and how wonderful it is. But usually, normally, every day, you're just living life, you know. There's not this constant thinking about, oh, it's realization and it's, you know, no, trying to categorize it or whatever. There's none of that any longer. It's just your normal consciousness, what remains. So then, you know, what's interesting to talk about your normal consciousness? It's like if you were talking about your breathing all day and people wanted to say, can you tell me about your breathing? And you'd be like, yeah, it happens.
It seems extraordinary only in relation to those in duality.
Right, right. To those, it seems extraordinary, you know. But that's what's so fun, you know, when I spend the days with Siddhananda or one of the other stages or whatever, because we don't need to talk about it. And we can spend a day in silence and just enjoy, and we notice the same thing at the same time. Oh, look at the beauty of that tree, you know, look at the beauty of that, you know, and just sit in the silence and enjoy for what it is. No need to say anything about it. And there are no, you know, no storylines, no small talk, no chit-chat. Not interested in that, you know. So it's different. So then when you get up to give satsang, you know, what can be said? Sometimes it's difficult. Because it's only silence. How much can I say about silence? How much can I say about stillness? How much can I say about there's no thought? It's just pure awareness. It's just the zero. How much can be said on that, you know, subject? So that's difficult.
I wonder if there's still desire, if it's still there in self-realization.
If there's desire. Probably done, because I don't know if that's picking it up or not.
Right, the speaker's right here.
Well, no, I wasn't using the microphone.
Okay.
So it might not have been picking up anything. It's way over there.
No, I think it was. It's okay. It's better now.
So desires. If there are desires, there are. I would say there are still preferences, but you can't really say desires because desires are something out of lack, and in this you don't feel lack. There's no lack left. So what desire? You know? I could say, yes, it would be good to have an ashram for the sadhakas, beneficial for them, but it's not like it's a driving desire. You know? It's different. One's no longer ruled by those types of emotions. They're just not. You know, it's like before realization, one has this desire, and oh, if I don't have it, or if I just have it, you know, it'll be so wonderful. But none of that comes up any longer. It just doesn't. There might be, like I said, some passing preference. Oh, it might be nice to have, you know, maybe...
Coffee.
Yeah, coffee would taste good right now, okay? Yeah. That type of thing. Yeah. But that's it. I mean, there's nothing, no desire for, you know, looking for anything like, oh, I need to find a relationship, or, you know, I really want to, you know, oh, I have to go traveling. I really have a desire to go to India, or I have a desire to go there. There's no. None. So life is, you know, it doesn't mean you wouldn't enjoy if you go there. If I go to those places, yes, I enjoy it a lot. I enjoy it quite a bit. But there's no lack of feeling that, yes, I have to, I really want to do that. No, that doesn't come up.
Oh, Sergey, you just screamed out. I was thinking, coffee. But could I address the Sadhaka chat site real quick? So in the last, dear Ashram, in the last satsang, I exposed something that I knew already, which was I was freaked out about exposing my kundalini to people and what that would mean and blah, blah, blah. And there was a huge difference between telling myself that, because I already knew,
Right.
and saying it to Guru and having her look at me and be like, well, why don't you sit with that one? Because it's now gone. I mean, like, I sat there and I was like, oh, right. And I plan on going home and starting a meditation group, because why the hell wouldn't I? And it's one of those amazing things. Last night we all sat here and talked about, you know, like our worries and our fears. And
our big what ifs.
Our big what ifs. And you know, and the fear of saying it in front of Guru, because, you know, she might make you face it. And it's awesome. So I highly suggest to everyone that
just let it all hang out. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah, no, because you can't address it. And the more you run from it, the more fear you build around it.
And
You
that's
know? That happens. Yeah.
and that's compassion. It gets misunderstood as being mean and all that stuff. There's not an ounce of meanness in that.
It's uncomfortable. You know? It is uncomfortable. You know? To get called on that stuff. It's uncomfortable. But one has to look at that to go beyond it. You never break through it if you don't challenge it. If you're not willing to see something, how can you move beyond it? That's like, I'll tell you, and I've said this many times in my own journey, there was a point, I was going through a lot of emotional pain and stuff in my life due to my past child and all of this growing up drama. And I used to get piercings all the time, and it finally hit me one day while I was doing it. I was doing it because the physical pain was easier to deal with than the emotional pain.